Welcome to Let's Play Mass Effect. Yeah, I am still here. I guess this game is not quite done with me yet. You might be wondering why do another playthrough. Well, I've decided for better or for worse that I am going to record my very first playthrough of Mass Effect 2. I mean, it won't be blind because I do know a few things about it. You can't be really good at this game and not know that the choices you make have impacts later on. The difference is I just have never actually played it, so it'll be a blind-ish playthrough. But I don't want Anya to be the one that I take through that. I mean, Anya's personality was kind of like that of a teacher. You know, somebody who's certainly not a noob, but also really not a master of the genre. So, you know, she liked sharing knowledge. She liked being wrong and laughing about that, learning new stuff as she went, and that's personality I want to keep up with her. So I'll need to play Mass Effect 2 a few times in order to declare she's ready to go through it. So I kind of need a character that I can take through on that first playthrough, and so that's Daniel. You'll be seeing him shortly. He's in a kind of a unique situation because I really cannot pretend to be a noob at this game. I've just played it too many times, and it's not really the kind of playthrough I want here. So he's got to be pretty advanced here, but at the same time, he's going to have to lose his mind and become pretty bad, potentially, in the next game. So I gotta somehow devise a personality that's going to make that work and make that fit. Probably quirky and unpredictable. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. We'll see. Anyway, this playthrough also is going to give me a chance to test and tweak my new setup here. I have a new microphone, a Blue Spark Digital. I'm using Voice Meter now. Both channels the game sound and my voice, and allows me to tweak my voice as a digital EQ. I'm also recording the voice in the game in different tracks so I can edit them separately. That's going to be so great. I'm also recording at 1080p now, but I'm not able to get to 60 frames per second. Maybe a 10-year-old game doesn't need it. I mean, the problem is this game still delivers portions at 30 frames per second no matter what, and my recording software doesn't deal with it really well when that happens. It realizes that it's out of sync, and it simply grabs some previously recorded material and inserts it. So you see these little repeat sections, and that happens all throughout the game, and it's really bad to watch. So it's not acceptable to me. So we're going to stay here at 30 frames per second, and hopefully it won't bother anybody. So back to Daniel. He's not going to be my canon Shepard by any means. I mean, I can't fathom that I would be able to construct a canon Shepard until I know all three games really well. So yeah, this will be a completely new personality that I'll have to come up with here. But I'm decided to play him through this game as an Insanity engineer. I like the tech classes very much, and honestly, the engineer is probably the toughest class, at least certainly at the low level before cooldowns are short. Tech powers are kind of weak at this early game, and Insanity really is Insanity. It's really tough. I expect a lot of swearing and tears throughout this Let's Play, but at the end, I think we'll also save the galaxy, so it should be a good time. Alright, I think that's all I want to say by way of introduction. I have been chatting over Vigil Steam again. That in itself was worth it. I mean, just you hear that music and you can feel the epicness coming, right? I mean, you just can't wait to get going, so why not? Let's get going.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database. Classified information requested. Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed. Please log in to access your profile.
Daniel!
Warning, data corruption detected. Please reconstruct profile. Confirm pre-service history.
Okay, so Daniel's going to have the maximum paragon that you can have at the start of the game, which means he has to be a spacer. Both of his parents were in the Alliance military. His childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in his parents' footsteps, he enlisted at the age of 18. So Shepard is either 28 or 29 at the start of this game, so he's been in the military now for 10 or 11 years as a spacer. Doesn't say whether the parents are still alive. We will find out, maybe.
Confirm psychological profile.
Alright, so to get the max paragon, you have to be a spacer and a war hero. Early in his military career, he found himself facing an overwhelming enemy force. He risked his own life to save his fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite the impossible odds. His bravery and heroism have earned him medals and recognition from the Alliance fleet. So, unlike Anya, who was sole survivor, who lost her entire squad, thanks to a Thresher Maw attack, looks like Daniel here has faced something possibly similar, but managed to save everybody. So yeah, that would probably explain why you get the most paragon.
Confirm military specialization.
Alright, so Engineer is a pure tech class. They are tech specialists. Using the holographic Omni tool, they can decrypt security systems, repair or modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, heal their squad, and best of all, they can distract the enemy, who will be doing plenty of that. Engineers can only use light armor and can only receive weapons training with pistols. So pistols are no slouch in this game. I'm not at all concerned about the fact that that will be the only gun I'll be using the entire game. They're fine. You just have to level them up quickly and find strong ones. So, alright, for a bonus talent you have two choices. You have 3 guns or 6 biotic talents, and the biotic talents come without a bioamp, so there's no improvement there. So unlike a hybrid like Anya was, who had both a bioamp and a Omni tool, she was able to get her biotic skills down really fast to really short cooldowns. So my favorite bonus talents for an engineer are sniper rifles, which I have done before, and barrier, which I have done before. I have 2 Shepard parked that have been through the game with those talents. Both were fine. I mean, sniper rifles makes a lot of sense because the engineer tends to play in the back, send the squad up and protect them from the back, so snipers is great for that. Also, the engineer doesn't have a lot of great defense, so having biotic barrier makes life a lot easier. But the truth is, biotics in this game are really, really broken. I mean, not in a bad way. They're broken in a good way. They are really strong. They will lift up everything within their radius. And it doesn't matter whether the enemies have any kind of protections or not. Up they go. That's going to change in the next game. So we'll have to see what I'm going to do, how to cope with that. But I'm going to pick the best of the biotic talents, and that's singularity. I mean, the Yara provides singularity, but I've decided in this playthrough I'm not going to pick her up right away. That won't be the first story mission I do. So yeah, it'll be nice to have access to that right away. So yeah, singularity.
Confirm facial identification.
As much as I like Mark Vanderloo, I just can't play this game as him, so let's switch it up. So I do need to give a shout out. This is not a face I have designed myself. Wish I had, but I have to thank a guy named Dean. Back in March of 2013, this guy uploaded this face, not the one you're looking at, the one I'm going to show you, the one I'm going to create shortly. And his name was Dean Shepard. And it's, the picture on the site that it was posted to didn't really do it any justice. You couldn't really tell it was a good character, a good face. But I copied down the code. I found the ME2 to ME1 slider converter and punched in the sliders, and I was like, wow, you could actually cope with that face through the whole trilogy. It wasn't awful, which is tough getting the male faces to look halfway decent in this game. So yeah, I'm going to construct that face now, and this may take a moment, so bear with me. And there he is. That's Daniel. The only couple changes I made to this face is I picked the slightly lighter hair color because when you use the improved textures mod, which is what I'm using, there's a bit of a line here that I don't really like. Also, that scar I added. Everything else was exactly the same. I could not make any other changes that I liked, so...
Profile reconstruction complete.
Alright. Notice that it's not so clear here, but that's okay. This is the part we care about here, right?
Identification confirmed.
Alright, we're playing Insanity. I'm going to handle leveling up. I mostly don't want targets assists to be on. I'm mostly going to be running, controlling my squad's offensive powers. Subtitles and autosave, sure. Alright, here we go.
Well, what about Shepard? He's a spacer, lived aboard starships most of his life.
Military service runs in the family. Both his parents were in the Navy.
He proved himself during the Blitz. Held off enemy forces on the ground until reinforcements arrived.
He's the only reason Elysium is still standing.
We can't question his courage.
Humanity needs a hero, and Shepard's the best we've got.
I'll make the call.
Prime relays in range. Initiating transmission sequence.
Commander?
We are connected. Calculating transit mass and destination. The relay is hot. Acquiring approach vector. All stations secure for transit. Is green. Approach run has begun. Hitting the relay in 3, 2, 1. Thrusters, check. Navigation, check. Internal emissions sync engaged. All systems online. Drift, just under 1500K.
1500 is good. Your captain will be pleased.
I hate that guy.
Nihilus gave you a compliment. So you hate him.
You remember to zip up your jumpsuit on the way out of the bathroom? That's good. I just jumped us halfway across the galaxy and hit a target the size of a pinhead, so that's incredible. Besides, Spectres are trouble. I don't like having them on board. Call me paranoid.
You're paranoid. The Council helped fund this project. They have a right to send someone to keep an eye on their investment.
Yeah, that is the official story. But only an idiot believes the official story.
That's enough. You're soldiers. Act like it.
Sorry, Commander.
Joker, status report.
Just cleared the mass relay, Captain. Stealth systems engaged. Everything looks solid.
Good. Find a comm buoy and link us into the network. I want mission reports relayed back to Alliance brass before we reach Eden Prime.
Aye, aye, Captain. Better brace yourself, sir. I think Nihilus is headed your way.
He's already here, Lieutenant. Tell Commander Shepard to meet me in the comm room for a debriefing.
You get that, Commander?
He sounds angry. Something must have gone wrong with the mission.
Captain always sounds like that when he's talking to me.
Can't possibly imagine why.
Alright, we are underway. Was there anything worse than when you first see your character in that cutscene? I mean, the light in that particular spot is so awful that no matter how good your character is, even Mark Vanderloo doesn't look great in that shot. But here we've turned around and the light does much better, so yeah, that's a face we can live with.
You probably don't want to keep the captain waiting, Commander.
The captain's waiting for you in the comm room, Commander.
Indeed he is. Let's go.
I'm telling you, I just saw him. He marched by like he was on a mission.
He's a Spectre. They're always on a mission.
And we're getting dragged, right along with him.
Relax, Presley. You're gonna give yourself an ulcer.
Did you notice, as we were coming down the hallway, the two guards that stand in the back at that comm room, they actually launch near this door, and they walk over to those positions. That's something that took a long time before I ever realized that they did that. And I think it's actually possible to get into their position, to stand in their way, basically, if you run fast enough. Anyway, let's say hi to Mr. Presley here. He looks like he's in a grumpy mood.
Congratulations, Commander. Looks like we had a smooth run. You heading down to see the captain?
I'm on my way to give him a status update right now.
With all due respect, sir, maybe he'll finally tell you what we're really doing out here.
You think the Alliance brass is holding out on us?
If all we're supposed to do is test out the stealth system, why is Captain Anderson in charge? And then there's Nihilus. Spectres are elite operatives, top covert agents. Why send a Spectre, a Turian Spectre, on a shakedown run? It doesn't add up.
What do you know about the stealth systems?
I just know it masks our location from scans and sensors. Cutting-edge technology. The Normandy's the only ship with this prototype drive. But why are we fully staffed? A skeleton crew would be cheaper, less chance of security leaks too. Plus there's Nihilus. It's pretty obvious this shakedown run is just a cover.
A full crew makes sense. We need the extra hands in case anything goes wrong. And the Spectre is just here as an observer.
Well, maybe you're right, Commander, but I just can't shake this feeling that we're out here on false pretenses.
Do you have a problem with the captain?
No, sir. But I can't figure out what he's doing here. Captain Anderson is one of the most decorated Special Forces officers in the service. If he melted down all his medals, he could make a life-size statue of himself. You don't send a soldier like that on a do-nothing mission. He's treating this shakedown run too seriously. Something big is going on.
You don't trust Nihilus?
I don't like Turians in general. It runs in my family. My grandfather fought in the First Contact War, lost a lot of friends when the Turians hit us.
Nihilus is no ordinary Turian.
You've got that right, Commander. We're an Alliance vessel, human military, but Nihilus doesn't answer to the captain like the rest of us. Spectres operate outside the normal chain of command. And they don't come along just to observe shakedown runs. Nihilus looks like he's expecting some heavy action. I don't like it.
I'll see if I can get some answers when I see him.
Good luck, Commander.
So, it looks like Presley is he's kind of shown that we've exchanged speciesism for racism. I mean, he has no trouble with the captain, but he's not fond of this Turian for some reason. We don't really know Turians very well. Let's see if we can, maybe we can learn some more about them.
I grew up on Eden Prime, Doc. It's not the kind of place Spectres visit. There's something Nihilus isn't telling us about this mission.
That's crazy. The captain's in charge here. He wouldn't take orders from a Spectre.
Not his choice, Doc. Spectres don't answer to anyone. They can do whatever they want. Kill anyone who gets in their way.
Oh, you watch too many spy vids, Jenkins.
We have a doctor and a soldier here.
What do you think, Commander? We won't be staying on Eden Prime too long, will we? I'm itching for some real action.
I sincerely hope you're kidding, Corporal. Your real action usually ends with me patching up crew members in the infirmary.
Marines are meant to fight. You just fix us up when we're done.
I know how things work, Commander. I've seen my share of combat, but it's foolish to go looking for trouble. You could both take a lesson from the captain. He's not afraid of combat, but he knows the value of restraint, too.
Sorry, Doc, but this waiting's killing me. I've never been on a mission like this before, not one with a Spectre on board.
Just treat this like every other assignment you've had and everything will work out.
Easy for you to say. You proved yourself in the Blitz. Everybody knows what you can do. This is my big chance. I need to show the brass what I can do.
You're young, Corporal. You have a long career ahead of you. Don't do something stupid to mess it up.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not gonna screw this up.
What can you tell me about Nihilus?
Turians are generally well respected by the other species. Their fleet has more patrols protecting Citadel space than any other. They don't always get on well with us, though. Some people find them too rigid. Others still blame them for the First Contact War. As for Nihilus, I haven't said more than 2 words to him. He usually only speaks to the captain.
I hope we get a chance to see him in action. I heard Nihilus took down an entire enemy platoon all by himself.
What do you know about the Spectres?
Only what I've heard. Spectre agents work directly for the Citadel Council. They usually work alone or in small groups. Spectres don't have any official power, though. Basically, they're a shadow organization with a mandate to preserve and protect galactic stability.
Protect it at any cost. Don't forget that part. Spectres operate above the law.
How do you control agents with unlimited power?
I suppose the Council could revoke the Spectre status of an agent who got out of hand. At that point, Citadel Security Services would take over.
Those C-Sec grunts wouldn't stand a chance. The Spectres were 20 ordinary soldiers. The Spectres police themselves. An agent goes rogue, they send another agent to take him down. That's Spectre justice.
The Corporal's confusing romantic legends with reality, Commander.
Why don't we have any of our own people in there?
Spectres usually come from the Council races, like the Turians. We've been trying to get a human accepted into their ranks for years now. So far, it hasn't happened.
Hey, Commander, you'd make a good Spectre. You're a war hero, right? Held off an entire enemy fleet during the Blitz single-handed? That's the kind of talent the Spectres are looking for.
This is all just wild speculation. The Spectres aren't interested in recruiting humans, no matter how capable.
You're from Eden Prime, aren't you, Jenkins? What's it like?
It's very peaceful, Commander. They've been real careful with development, so you don't have any city noise or pollution. My parents lived on the outskirts of the colony. At night, I used to climb this big hill and stare across the fields back at the lights from the main settlement. It was gorgeous. But when I got older, I realized it was a little too calm and quiet for me. That's why I joined the Alliance. Even Paradise gets boring after a while.
Any idea why Eden Prime was chosen as our destination?
Not really sure, Commander. Eden Prime's one of our most stable colonies. Good place to take the Normandy for a shakedown run, I guess. No real danger there. There's gotta be something else going on. We've got a Spectre on board. That's why I'm so wound up. I can't wait for the real mission to start.
The captain's waiting for me.
Goodbye, Commander.
I think I mentioned it already, but I am using the Mass Effect updated improved textures mod. This was a pretty tough thing to get set up properly on this machine. Mostly because there's 2 ways to make it so that the executable can handle more than 2 gigabytes of memory. One's called the Large Array something, LAA patch, and the other is just to simply use the CAA Explorer that will that can allow it to be done too. And the first method just simply didn't work at all for me. The game crashed a lot. This has been pretty stable. The tests I've run with it, so I'm gonna see if we can do the whole game like this. I do like the look, and frankly, if I wasn't playing Insanity, I would keep this armor. I would just simply say I'm simply going to stay in Onyx armor throughout, just so I can keep this look. But Engineer Insanity, no, I think I'll be not keeping it for very long. Where's the captain? Look at this photo viewer. It's pretty low res, don't you think, Nihilus?
Commander Shepard, I was hoping you'd get here first. It will give us a chance to talk.
What about?
I'm interested in this world we're going to, Eden Prime. I've heard it's quite beautiful.
I've never been there.
But you know of it. It's become something of a symbol for your people, hasn't it? Proof that humanity can not only establish colonies across the galaxy, but also protect them. But how safe is it, really?
If you've got something to say, just say it.
Your people are still newcomers, Shepard. The galaxy can be a very dangerous place. Is the Alliance truly ready for this?
I think it's about time we told the commander what's really going on.
This mission is far more than a simple shakedown run.
Is someone gonna fill me in, Captain?
We're making a covert pickup on Eden Prime. That's why we needed the stealth systems operational.
There must be a reason you didn't tell me about this, sir.
This comes down from the top, Commander. Information strictly on a need-to-know basis. A research team on Eden Prime unearthed some kind of beacon during an excavation. It was Prothean.
I thought the Protheans vanished 50,000 years ago.
Their legacy still remains. The mass relays, the Citadel, our ship drives. It's all based on Prothean technology.
This is big, Shepard. The last time humanity made a discovery like this, it jumped our technology forward 200 years. But Eden Prime doesn't have the facilities to handle something like this. We need to bring the beacon back to the Citadel for proper study.
Obviously, this goes beyond mere human interests, Commander. This discovery could affect every species in Council space.
Why didn't we keep the beacon for ourselves?
You humans don't have the best reputation. Some species see you as selfish, too unpredictable, too independent, even dangerous.
Sharing that beacon will improve relations with the Council. Plus, we need their scientific expertise. They know more about the Protheans than we do.
The beacon's not the only reason I'm here, Shepard.
Nihilus wants to see you in action, Commander. He's here to evaluate you.
Guess that explains why I bump into him every time I turn around.
The Alliance has been pushing for this for a long time. Humanity wants a larger role in shaping interstellar policy. We want more say with the Citadel Council. The Spectres represent the Council's power and authority. If they accept a human into their ranks, it shows how far the Alliance has come.
You held off an enemy assault during the Blitz single-handed. You showed not only courage, but also incredible skill. That's why I put your name forward as a candidate for the Spectres.
Why would a Turian want a human in the Spectres?
Not all Turians resent humanity. Some of us see the potential of your species. We see what you have to offer to the rest of the galaxy, and to the Spectres. We are an elite group. It's rare to find an individual with the skills we seek. I don't care that you're human, Shepard. I only care that you can do the job.
I assume this is good for the Alliance.
Earth needs this, Shepard. We're counting on you.
I need to see your skills for myself, Commander. Eden Prime will be the first of several missions together.
You'll be in charge of the ground team. Secure the beacon and get it onto the ship ASAP. Nihilus will accompany you to observe the mission.
What do you know about the Protheans?
Just what they taught us in school. They were a technologically advanced species that ruled the galaxy 50,000 years ago. Then they vanished. Nobody really knows how or why, though I've heard plenty of theories. But everyone agrees, galactic civilization wouldn't exist without them.
Their citadel is the very heart of galactic society, and without their mass relays, interstellar travel would be impossible. We all owe the Protheans a great debt.
I'd like to know more about Eden Prime before we touch down.
It's a peaceful farming world, but it represents something much bigger. Eden Prime is one of our oldest and most successful colonies. It proved we were ready to face the challenges of settling new worlds, to forge a place for humanity beyond Earth. It symbolizes humanity's growth and evolution as a spacefaring species. And after this, it will be known as the world where humans made a discovery of galactic importance.
Why is this beacon so important?
All advanced galactic civilization is based on Prothean technology, even yours.
If we hadn't discovered those Prothean ruins buried on Mars, we'd still be stuck on Earth. That was just a small data cache. Who knows what we can learn from this beacon? What if it's a weapons archive? We can't let it fall into the wrong hands.
Like who?
The Attican Traverse isn't the most stable sector of Citadel space. There are plenty of raiders and criminal groups active in the region. They might figure a Prothean beacon is worth the risk of attacking an Alliance ship. Plus, Eden Prime is right on the border of the Terminus systems.
The Attican Traverse is under Citadel protection. If the Terminus systems attack, it's an act of war.
Technically, yes. But some of the species in the Terminus might be willing to start a war over this.
The last thing the Council wants is to get dragged into a major conflict with the Terminus systems. We have to keep this low-key.
Yeah, this game doesn't actually tell you where all these places are, where the Terminus system is, or... I'm not sure you get a map until Mass Effect 3, but you know the galaxy is kind of divided up into all these regions. It's just that it's not clear here. Anyway.
Just give the word, Captain.
We should be getting close to Eden.
Captain, we got a problem.
What's wrong, Joker?
Transmission from Eden Prime, sir. You better see this.
Bring it up on screen.
Get down!
We are under attack, taking heavy casualties. I repeat, heavy casualties. We can't get evac. They came out of nowhere. We need...
Everything cuts out after that. No comm traffic at all. Just goes dead. There's nothing.
Reverse and hold at 38.5. Status report.
17 minutes out, Captain. No other Alliance ships in the area.
Take us in, Joker, fast and quiet. This mission just got a lot more complicated.
A small strike team can move quickly, without drawing attention. It's our best chance to secure the beacon.
Grab your gear and meet us in the cargo hold. Tell Alenko and Jenkins to suit up, Commander. You're going in.
Engaging stealth systems. Somebody was doing some serious digging here, Captain.
Your team's the muscle in this operation, Commander. Go in heavy and head straight for the dig site.
What about survivors, Captain?
Helping survivors is a secondary objective. The beacon's your top priority.
Approaching drop point 1.
Nihilus, you coming with us?
I move faster on my own.
Nihilus will scout out ahead. He'll feed you status reports throughout the mission. Otherwise, I want radio silence.
We've got his back, Captain.
The mission's yours now, Shepard. Good luck!
We are approaching drop point 2.
Ship perimeter secure, Commander.
This place got hit hard, Commander. Hostiles everywhere. Keep your guard up.
Okay, so this was just going to be a shakedown cruise, huh? I'm just going to sneak in here, get this beacon, and off we go. And now all of a sudden we've got hostiles. And we're not calling for backup. Okay, well, this should be fun. Alright, that's probably the last time I'm going to pretend like I don't know what I'm doing here. Because, yeah, we're going to be seeing Insanity gameplay here very soon. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and break for now here. Let's drop a save. I'll probably be saving more often than just once per episode, but that's because I expect to be dying more often than I did with Anya's playthrough. So, anyway, thanks for watching. We'll pick up the action from right here next time.